We, the people, have to change this. It's we, the people, have to change these Islamic terrorist groups on social media. If you go to Islamic jihadist Twitter, type that in, you'll see that. If you type in Muslim, support Muslim terrorists, you'll see that on Twitter. If you go to say Jihadist 101, go there. You'll see that group too as well. I mean, there's several of them. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And where's the FBI? Where's law enforcement? You think when you hear something, say something. When you know about something, you report it. Well, that's what we're doing here. We've done this for 2 years now on Twitter, and nothing's being done. Nothing's being done. Why is this? I don't get it. We expose it. We put it out there the best way we can. We inform, we educate, and alert people, and there's nothing. Nothing at all. And it's going to get worse. And we predicted this is going to get worse. We told the people about this several years now, and telling you there's going more school shootings coming up than ever before. Because why? They actually post a picture of the shooter, by the way, and the law enforcement said not to post anything up about this guy. Don't make him into a hero. But guess what? These guys, these Islamic jihadist groups, are doing just that, turning this guy into a big hero. And now the news media posts a picture up today on the news, and they told us not to do it. We're the only network actually saying that this Muslim terrorist is a fanatical ISIS Islamic terrorist. We call the shooter as Islamic jihadist terrorist. He is a Muslim. He's an ISIS member. Yes, he is a terrorist. That's what this guy. That's what the shooter was. Why can't they say that on national news network? Go ahead, Gary. I want to hear you. Go ahead.
Well, in each of these cases, seem to be attacking areas where the people are not armed. We'll go back to this theme about gun control. They find these areas where people are unarmed, these gun-free zones, and that's where they make their big attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And if the politicians can be convinced, which they won't be, the progressives and the socialists will not ever be convinced that the way to cut these incidents down is to let the people be armed. And that doesn't mean everybody that has that has a mental disorder or anything that can be armed. Those things have to be controlled somewhat. But the general population needs to understand that not to fear guns, but to fear the politicians that won't let them have guns. Their own self-defense is what's important. They are the first responders. The victims that are at these facilities, they are the first responders. Their first response should be to save their lives and the lives of their loved ones and their friends that are in the same predicament. And the only way to self-protect themselves is to be armed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the only way. Like I said, we should have an armed guard at the school. It's like there's an air marshal. Why can't we have a school marshal?
Well, there was an armed guard at the Oregon Community College, but he was in a different building. He couldn't respond right away. They should allow every person who is trained in the use of firearms to be able to carry a firearm themselves on these campuses.
Yeah, I agree.
And they should show that these are no longer gun-free zones, and that way these people will stop coming to these facilities, smaller people, because they understand that they're more than likely going to run into somebody or a number of people that are armed, and they're going to be taken out pretty quickly, so they're not going to go to those areas.
Right.
The politicians, again, they want to control the individual. They want guns out of the population because their ultimate aim is to control everyone, all the individuals. They want to take all the individual freedoms away from everyone, and they want to be in charge. They want to rely on the government for everything, for health care, self-protection, and so forth, and that is
Mm. Yeah, I agree. And one more point on that issue that you made here, that having you say there's only one guard for one part of the school. There should be several guards outside the school, and there should be one guard outside the perimeter. One should be if you got three different buildings within the campus. Every officer, there should have an officer on every single building within that campus. There should be an armed guard. There should be, and there's not. And that's the thing right there. That's a problem. And and the teachers should be armed too. By the way, the students should be armed. And do you know, at 14, now with the requirement to go to college. By the way, with the requirement to go to college, say to Harvard, you have to get your transcripts as young as 14 now to go to Harvard. You're 14 years old. They're actually targeting the 12.